What if one of pop music's most celebrated vocalists achieved her extraordinary range through methods that vocal experts still struggle to explain? Based on fan theories, vocal coach analysis, and speculation from music producers, this theory explores whether Ariana Grande's unprecedented vocal evolution might involve something beyond traditional training. This is pure music theory and speculation. You decide what to believe. According to fan theories compiled from public performances and vocal coach reactions, Ariana Grande's vocal capabilities have expanded in ways that defy conventional understanding of vocal development. Her early work on Nickelodeon's Victorious showcased impressive ability, but what happened to her voice between 2013 and 2016 has become the subject of intense speculation among vocal professionals. The most discussed fan theory centers around what vocal coaches call the whistle tone phenomenon. Grande's ability to access the whistle register, the highest vocal register possible, improved dramatically and rapidly during this period. Professional vocal coach Tristan Paredes analyzed her performances in a YouTube video and stated that her whistle tone development doesn't follow normal vocal progression patterns. Fan theorists point to interview footage where Grande herself has made cryptic comments about her vocal training. In a 2015 radio interview, she mentioned practicing vocal exercises that aren't in any traditional books and working with a voice coach who taught her ancient breathing techniques. While she presented this casually, fan theorists have analyzed these statements alongside her unprecedented vocal growth. The theory becomes more intriguing when examining fan analysis of Grande's stamina and consistency. According to concert footage documentation from multiple tours, she maintains vocal quality night after night in ways that seem to transcend normal human vocal cord capabilities. Vocal health experts who've analyzed her performance schedule note that her vocal cords should show more strain than they apparently do. Dr. Sarah Chen, a vocal health specialist unaffiliated with Grande, gave an interview where she stated that Grande's ability to sing demanding whistle tones consistently suggests either superhuman vocal cord resilience or techniques we don't fully understand. This statement has become central to fan theories about Grande's methods. What makes this theory compelling is Grande's own acknowledgement of unusual practices. In various interviews, she's mentioned doing specific rituals before performances, including connecting with the music on a spiritual level and channeling energy through her throat chakra. Fan theorists suggest these descriptions hint at methods beyond conventional vocal training. Fan theorists have compiled fascinating evidence from producer testimonies and studio session descriptions. According to public interviews with producers who've worked with Grande, her recording sessions involve practices that they describe as meditative and almost supernatural. Producer Tommy Brown mentioned in a podcast that Grande enters a different state when recording high notes, where she seems to access something beyond her normal voice. While he presented this as artistic focus, fan theorists have analyzed this alongside similar descriptions from other collaborators who describe her vocal sessions as having an otherworldly quality. The most intriguing aspect involves speculation about Grande's vocal range expansion timeline. According to fan analysis of recorded performances, specific vocal capabilities seem to appear suddenly, rather than gradually. Vocal development experts who've studied her public performances note that certain techniques she displays typically take years to develop, yet Grande seemed to master them in months. According to fan theories based on public statements and performance analysis, Grande's vocal abilities seem to quantum leap after certain periods of intensive training that she's described in interviews as transformative experiences. She's mentioned going through vocal awakening periods where her understanding of her instrument completely changed. In a 2018 interview with Zach Sang, Grande described a moment during the recording of Dangerous Woman where she unlocked something in her voice that she didn't know was possible. Fan theorists suggest this language indicates a breakthrough that goes beyond normal skill development, perhaps accessing vocal capabilities that most singers never discover. The theory suggests that Grande's famous ability to switch between registers seamlessly, her unusual breath control, and her capacity to maintain whistle tones while dancing might come from accessing techniques that aren't widely taught or understood in Western vocal pedagogy. According to speculation from ethnomusicologists, some of her described practices sound similar to vocal techniques from ancient Eastern traditions that view the voice as a channel for energy rather than just a physical instrument. The ultimate fan theory synthesizes these observations into a fascinating possibility. What if Ariana Grande discovered vocal techniques that tap into aspects of human vocal potential that mainstream training doesn't address? According to this speculation, based on vocal coach analysis and performance documentation, Grande's methods might involve accessing the voice through consciousness and energy work rather than purely physical training. Fan theorists suggest this explains not only her extraordinary range, but also her ability to maintain vocal health despite a demanding performance schedule that would damage most singers' voices. The theory concludes with perhaps the most intriguing speculation. What if Grande's entire vocal evolution demonstrates that human vocal capability extends far beyond what we currently understand? According to fan analysis of her public statements about vocal training and spiritual practice, Grande seems to approach singing as accessing a form of consciousness rather than just producing sound. Whether you believe these fan theories or not, Ariana Grande's vocal capabilities remain unprecedented in contemporary pop music. Her range, consistency, and the unique quality of her voice have made her one of the most studied vocalists by both fans and professionals. These theories, compiled from vocal coach reactions, producer interviews, and performance analysis, offer one possible explanation for abilities that seem to exceed normal vocal limitations. But perhaps the most interesting aspect is how Grande herself describes her voice, not as something she controls, but as something she channels. The music world continues to analyze and attempt to replicate Grande's techniques, but her unique approach to vocal development remains largely mysterious. Her statements about spiritual practice, energy work, and non-traditional training methods suggest she's accessing something that most vocal pedagogy doesn't address. If you want to explore more fan theories about extraordinary vocal abilities in music, subscribe and let us know which vocalists' unusual techniques you'd like us to investigate next. Because sometimes the most powerful voices come from accessing capabilities that exist beyond traditional training methods.